Hello everyone, this is Bo Purdue. Look at that view out through there. In case you're wondering why I'm starting the video at a place that's usually my destination to photograph the sunset at, I thought today I would make one of my motorcycle videos out here, take you all on a ride down Clark's Gap through the pretty much abandoned towns that are down there, through Lamar and a few other places, and maybe come out in Matoka. I made a video coming up Herndon Mountain yesterday where I mentioned that I was going to be doing this ride. I don't know if I'll post that video or not. It depends on how it comes out in edit. But I thought this would be interesting because I was talking to someone in my comments on one of my other videos that I posted about a month ago, the Mullins, West Virginia video, and this person mentioned about how the small towns are disappearing, about how main streets are disappearing. Well, today on this ride you're gonna see some towns that are pretty much already gone. A pretty good example of what I said to that guy, that there's a few towns that were once really beautiful places that tragically now there's nothing left. Some beautiful wildflowers. Dodging these holes. At least that's a sign, the way that's cut out, that they're trying to fix the road back here. There's an old building of some sort. I think it used to be some kind of store. And it looks like they've been digging at the ditches down here too, so some of these buildings and things through here are so old I don't even know what they are. And I've lived here all my life. This is way before my time. That big blue building back there, it's one example of that. Now this down here, it's called Lamar. Used to be a town here. Down there, sort of like a small railroad yard. That's been abandoned for several years now. They did bring some coal cars up here to be stored back in 2020. They brought some coal cars up here to be stored when everything slowed down for that. And that was the last train that ever came through here, and probably the last one that ever will again. I don't know if you can see the little, what I'm talking about down there with the railroad. You probably can't with a wide angle on the GoPro and the trees. I may have to come back down here when there's no leaves on the trees and film this. Was the other sign, so we may be out of the worst part of the road work. Hopefully beautiful back here in the woods though. I'll definitely ride this route again in autumn when the leaves have changed. It's mid-August now. This is August 9th. And looks like the trees are already starting to get just a little bit yellow in some spots. I don't know if the weather is causing it to be early or what. I think that little train yard over there, it's not for anything now, but I think that's where they unhooked the helper engines that they had to put on the backs of the trains that came up Clark's Gap. It was such a steep grade. I think that's why the railroad quit using this, was because of that steep hill, Clark's Gap. If I had a off-road motorcycle of some kind, I could take you up there and show you some humongous bridges out in the middle of nowhere. There's a lot of history through here that's been abandoned. All of these were old coal mining towns, and the mines have all shut down and everything just been left to decay. We're actually coming into some more of it. Here's the old bridge, one of the bridges, and people in their graffiti. Oh Lord, it'd be a shame to have to edit that out just because of that graffiti back there, but people do what they do. I mean, don't want some kind of content strike or some kind of thing on YouTube because of something somebody drew on a bridge. That's why I didn't slow down for a better look of it at the train bridge. There's some people that still live in this town that's coming up here. Has a name that I can't even pronounce. I think it was a Native American name. We'll get to it here in a minute. There's another train trestle. The same railroad, not as much graffiti here probably because... Now here's some abandoned railroad tracks. Those are probably 100 or more years old. Those have been long abandoned though. There's actually a few people that live in this little community. See the church sign up there? There's the name of it. I cannot pronounce that. Westanoki or something like that. Pretty sure that's a Native American name. See the sun there too. There's an old abandoned building that was probably some kind of store or something when the mines were active. And down there's a old church that still looks fairly good. I think they're actually having Wednesday night services down there now. I think it's still open. See what I mean? The leaves on the trees are already starting to go yellow in some places. There's another railroad trestle. The railroad here hasn't been abandoned all that long. It was taken out of main service in 2015, I think, and then they brought some coal cars back to that little yard back there to be stored in 2020, and then took them back out in 2021. Coming into Matoka now. Yeah, this is Matoka. Just take a little ride through it. Doesn't look to be anyone around today. We're back on Route 10. This used to be a really big town. This used to be to rival Mullins. There's nothing left of it now. They still have an active fire department though. There's an old bank building. Post office still active. And there's actually a little shop still opened here. Some of these old houses. I'm going to turn around right up here and go back. Used to be schools and a city hall there. This was an incorporated town up until about, I think, 7 or 8 years ago. It had its own police department and everything. And that was within my lifetime. That was here recently. I want to say 2012, 2013 it became unincorporated. Now let's take a ride through downtown. Call it that. All this was destroyed in a fire not too long ago. That town's always had a rough reputation though, even in my grandpa's days. That's why I didn't get off and walk you all through it. Okay, this is Hiawatha. See the sign there. And there's still a few people living here too. It's not completely gone like Lamar is. Okay, this is Springton here. I think's the name of this town. Abandoned houses. There's some where people still live. Down there, I don't know if you can see, it's the old Springton Company store. I've gotten some photographs of that before. Back up Herndon Mountain. This side of it's called Arista Mountain. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a sunset this evening. I think the overcast has come and I think it might be about to rain. Hope I can get home before that starts. Yeah, I would have liked to have gotten out and walked you all through Matoka, but some of these towns are not places you want to be out by yourself if you don't actually live there. And that's a real tragedy. I hate to see it in ruins, but that's just history, I guess. I mean, there's a lot of civilizations all across the world that are in ruins now. I guess the mining communities of southern West Virginia are just one of those. back in Wyoming County in 100 yards. I don't think it's worth going back out there for the sunset this evening. I think this will be where I conclude this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment, tell me what you thought. Am I getting better at making videos? Did I do an adequate job of showing you what I could in 20 to 30 minutes of the places I was going? Feedback really helps.